What's up mga kaguro at mga mag-aral? Ako ang inyong online teacher, Sir Franco, para sa bagong aralin sa LCS or Life and Career Skills. Today, pag-uusapan natin ang occupational wellness, ang ability mong magtrabaho ng healthy, meaningful at sustainable. Kasama rito ang iba't ibang klase ng employment, work arrangements, compensation, benefits, at syempre work-life balance. Very real word to kaya listen carefully. Occupational wellness isn't just about having work. It's about having work that supports your health, values, and future goals. By understanding different employment types, work setups, compensation, and work-life strategies, mas magiging handa kayo sa real-world experience. Tara, simulan natin ang journey to finding a fulfilling and healthy career. Here are the objectives for this discussion video. What is occupational wellness? Occupational wellness means ang trabaho mo ay hindi lang about earning money. Dapat nagbibigay din siya ng fulfillment, growth, at healthy balance. Hindi dapat toxic, hindi draining. Dapat nakakatulong sa buhay mo, hindi nagpapahirap. Occupational wellness means you are growing, learning, and feeling satisfied in your work. Hindi lang siya tungkol sa pera. It's about meaningful tasks, healthy relationships, and work that aligns with your values. A good occupation supports your mental health, physical health, and life goals. Poor occupation, nakaka-burnout, stressful, and draining. Kaya dapat informed tayo about this. Why it matters? A person with occupational wellness feels more confident, more purposeful, and more capable. If your work drains you, mahihirapan ka mag-focus sa personal goals mo. But if your work supports you, mas nagiging productive ka at emotionally healthy. This lesson helps you pick the right career path. Let's talk about the nature of employment first. Sa Pilipinas, maraming klase ng employment status at iisa-isahin natin ngayon. Importante na maintindihan mo ang each type kasi iba-iba ang job security, benefits, and expectation. As future workers, kailangan alam ninyo kung ano ang pinapasok ninyo. Hindi lahat ng trabaho ay permanent and that's okay as long as you know how it works. First, we have permanent employment. It is issued to a person who fully meets all qualification standards, including eligibility, education, training, and experience required by law. Permanent employment ang may pinakamalakas na job security, usually full-time with benefits like GSIS, SSS, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig, leave, and regular salary increases. Ito ang ideam for long-term careers. Employers cannot just remove you without just cause. Contractual employment. Sa contractual jobs, nakabase ka sa fixed duration, usually 3 to 6 months. Pag natapos na ang contract, pwedeng i-renew o hindi. Mas less ang benefits kaya hindi siya stable, pero common ito sa retail at service industries. Maganda ito kung short-term work lang ang kailangan mo, but expect minimal benefits. Maraming companies ang may contract-based hiring lalo na sa retail at service industries. Probationary employment is granted when there is no available qualified applicant with eligibility. It is valid after 12 months and renewable only under certain conditions, for example, absence of eligible applicants. Temporary appointments are not allowed for positions requiring professional licenses unless justified. Probationary means swerte ka kung may regular ka after evaluation. Dito tinitignan kung fit ka sa role at company. Kadalasan, 6 months ang probationary period. During these months, kailangan consistent ka, punctual, and aligned sa expectation. If you performer, mare-regular ka. If not, pwede kang hindi i-renew. Casual employment. Casual employees work on irregular or seasonal tasks tulad ng extra staff during the holidays or events. Hindi siya continuous so wala ding stable benefits. Retail stores use casual workers during holidays, peak seasons, or special events. Hindi ito stable pero useful for income during busy seasons. Part-time employment. Part-time jobs gives flexibility. bagay sa students or those with multiple responsibilities. Pero benefits are usually lower since you work fewer hours. Still, part-time jobs teach discipline and workplace skills. Coterminous appointment. For example, we have private secretary. Ang appointing authority ay mayor and coterminous with the term of the mayor. So, the private secretary serves at the pleasure of the mayor. So, once na matapos na yung term ng mayor or napalitan ang mayor ng bago, the private secretary's appointment automatically ends too. Substitute appointment. This is effective only until the return of the incumbent. For example, there is an employee with in maternity leave. For example, Mrs. Sampana, permanent teacher 1 at Mabini Elementary School, is on maternity leave for 105 days, which is around 3.5 months. The school needs someone to continue handling her grade 4 English class. So the action, the school hires Miss Tadena, a qualified lead passer, on a substitute appointment to temporarily take over Mrs. Sampana's duties. So for the details of appointment, position, teacher 1 substitute, duration, September 1 to September or December 15 until Mrs. Santos returns. Status of her appointment will be substitute, not permanent, no tenure. And it automatically ends when the regular teacher returns to work. Self-employment. Pag self-employed, ikaw ang boss. Pwede kang freelancer, online seller, or small business owner. Ang advantage is freedom, but the challenge is consistency and managing your own government contributions. Mataas din ang responsibility sa tax, contributions, and risk management. This path requires discipline and consistency. Next, let us discuss different work arrangements. There are different types of work arrangement. So work today is no longer one size fits all. Dahil sa technology, nag-evolve na ang work setups lalo na nagkaroon ng pandemic. May on-site, remote, hybrid, at flexible arrangements. Today's workplaces have evolved. Hindi na lahat office-based. Understanding this helps you choose a work setup that fits your lifestyle. First, we have on-site or physical work. This is the usual work arrangement. Pumapasok ka sa office, school, company, or workplace. Good for supervision and teamwork, pero may travel time. It builds teamwork and supervision but requires travel and strict scheduling. Remote work. Remote work became big lalo na noong pandemic. Work from home ka usually using digital tools. Mas convenient pero kailangan ng discipline at strong communication. It saves time and money but requires self-discipline and reliable internet. For introverts and those with caregiving roles, this setup is beneficial. Hybrid work. The best of both worlds. May days na pupunta ka sa office, may days naman na remote. Mas balanced at cost-efficient. Companies schedule specific days for on-site and remote tasks. This setup is common in corporate and tech companies. Flexible work arrangement. Flexible work arrangement allow employees to choose schedule, share roles, or compress hours. Great for mental health and productivity. It promotes mental health and increases productivity. Employees with family responsibilities benefit greatly from FWAs. For government, here are the types of FWAs. We have the FlexiPlace, where an output-oriented arrangement allows employees to work away from the home, satellite office, or another fixed place temporarily with approval. Complex work week, compressing the 40-hour work week into 4 days or less instead of the usual 5. Skeleton workforce, only the minimum number of employees report to the office to maintain operation when full staffing is not possible. Work shifting, assigning employees in shifts, especially for agencies mandated to provide 24-hour or 24/7 services or where safety health protocols required staggered presence. Flexi time, Employees may choose their daily arrival and departure between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. as long as the required 40 hours per week are met. And combination of work arrangement, agencies may mix two or more FWAs, for example, skeleton workforce, with work from home to fit their mandate and circumstances. For private, it is based on RA number 11165. We have compressed work week. Employees work longer hours on certain days but fewer days in week without reducing their total weekly working hours. For example, employees may work for 4 10-hour days instead of 5 8 hours days. Flexi time. Employees have the freedom to determine their start and end times within a specified core period, as long as they complete the required number of hours per day or week. Job sharing. Two or more employees share one full-time position, splitting the hours and responsibilities between them. And reduce work days or rotation of workers. During economic downturns or when demand is low, employers and employees may agree on reducing work days or rotating employees on certain shifts to avoid retrenchments. Next, we have compensation and benefits. Compensation means all financial rewards you receive from work, which includes salary, incentives, bonuses, or extra earnings. Dapat fair and timely. Fair compensation ensures dignity, motivation, and livelihood. What's the difference between salary and wage? Salary is monthly fixed rate. Wage naman ay daily or per hour basis. Common sa kasambahay, retail, or part-time workers and blue-collar jobs. But both are protected under labor laws. Government-mandated benefits. All workers must receive these government-mandated benefits. They protect you sa sickness, emergencies, loans, and retirement. Employers must remit contributions monthly. Company benefits. Many companies offer extra benefits like allowances, free meals, insurance, or 13-month pay. These help ensure employee well-being. Benefits greatly influence job satisfaction and retention. What are compensation and allowances in the government based on Total Compensation Framework or TCF under JR number 4 series of 2009? Basic salary. Basic salaries with step increments. The fixed monthly pay of an employee which may increase through step increments based on performance or length of service. Standard allowances and benefits. Regular benefits and allowances given to all employees which includes PERA, ACA, and health benefits. PERA means Personal Economic Relief Allowance. It also includes uniform clothing allowance, year-end bonus, cash gift, and medical allowance. PERA or Personal Economic Relief Allowance is a fixed monthly allowance, currently 2,000, granted to government employees to help them manage daily living expenses brought about by inflation and rising costs of basic goods and services. Uniform or clothing allowance based on Section 57 of the General Provisions of the FY 2025 GAA authorizes the payment of UCA not exceeding 7,000 pesos per annum for each qualified government employee, subject to guidelines, rules, and regulations issued by the DBM. Year-end bonus based on the BMBC 2024 3 amended Section 61 of DBMBC 2016-4 to provide that the year-end bonus equivalent to 1 month's basic pay as of October 31 and a cash gift of 5,000 pesos shall be given simultaneously with the first agency payroll of November of the current year. So, makatanggap ng 1 month's equivalent to 1 month's salary and 5,000 bonus yung mga government employer for November of the current year. Cash gift, a fixed amount currently 5,000 granted along with a year-end bonus, serving as additional financial support to employees' year-end or holiday expenses. And medical allowance, Section 7 of EO number 64 series of 2024 provides that beginning of FY 2025, a medical allowance in an amount of not exceeding 7,000 per annum shall be granted to qualified government civilian personnel as a subsidy for the availment of Health Maintenance Organization or HMO type benefits. Specific purpose allowances or benefits. These are additional pays or benefits granted for specific needs or situation. For example, hazards pay, subsistence allowance. Well, we have here loyalty incentive, anniversary bonus, mid-year bonus, productivity enhancement incentive, collective negotiation agreement incentive, PBB or performance-based bonus, program on awards and incentives for service and excellence or praise awards. Incentives, rewards or bonuses given based on performance, productivity, or recognition programs. Here are the overview or summary of employee benefits and compensation in the Philippines. Next, we go to this topic, work-life dynamics. Work-life dynamics help you manage your life and career in a sustainable way. Ito ang sikreto sa long-term wellness and happiness sa trabaho. A healthy worker is not just productive, they are fulfilled. Work-life dynamics ensures that work does not consume your entire life. First, we have work-life balance. Means may oras ka sa trabaho at may oras ka sa sarili mo. Hindi mo pwedeng dalhin ang work stress parati. You protect your rest, hobbies, and personal relationships. Work-life balance is the attempt to maintain a structured separation between professional responsibilities and personal time. The idea is to prevent work from dominating life. Some common principles include fixed working hours with no emails or calls after the set time, uninterrupted personal time for family, hobbies, and rest, and structured schedules that minimize spillover into personal life. Work-life integration is when work and life blend, like working while taking care of home responsibilities. Hindi ito separation but smooth combination, useful for more remote workers or parents. Work-life integration acknowledges that work and personal life are interconnected and need to coexist harmoniously. It allows professionals to structure their days in a way that complements both work and life demands. Work-life harmony means na kahit may work, nagiging positive pa rin ang personal life and vice versa. Walang conflict, instead may synergy. Harmony means both domains support each other without conflict. It involves incorporating work into the rest of life in a way that promotes happiness both at home and in the office. It is not about strict separation between work and personal life, but rather finding ways to integrate and balance both seamlessly. It's about prioritizing well-being and creating a lifestyle that's allowed you to thrive in both your professional and personal roles. Work-life fit. Fit means designing a work setup that matches your life. Hindi pare-pareho ang buhay ng tao, kaya dapat customized. This acknowledges that each person has unique needs. No universal formula, only what fits your life best. Work-life fit is about aligning your work commitments with your personal priorities and lifestyle. It understands that the demands of today's work environment combined with the complexity of personal life require a more adaptable and personalized solution. Instead of keeping work and personal life separate, work-life fit encourages individuals to blend these aspects in a way that works best for them. Work-life negotiation is when you talk to your employer. Negotiation allows you to adjust schedule, workload, or responsibilities based on needs. Employer asks you about schedule adjustment, workload, or support para maging manageable ang trabaho. Work-life negotiation is a strategic approach to balancing work and personal life, allowing individuals to make informed decisions about their work schedules and commitments. It involves understanding personal priorities, setting realistic expectations, and communicating effectively with employers. For summary and reflection of this long discussion video, isipin mo, ano ang bagay sa personality mo, goals mo, at lifestyle mo. Occupational wellness is about choosing a job that supports your whole life, not just your wallet. Do this activity 1, workplace scenario. Analyze the following case and identify what occupational wellness element is violated, or what are the answers to the following questions. First case, employee works 12 hours a day, unpaid. What occupational element is violated? Case 2, hybrid worker becomes more productive. What work arrangement supports this result? Case 3, employees receive no benefits. Which benefits are mandatory? Case 4, employee cannot rest. What work-life strategy is needed? Activity 2, occupational wellness map. This activity helps you connect all ideas clearly about the 4 major areas of occupational wellness. For our reflection or summary, what work setup fits your future? What is your ideal employment type and work arrangement? That ends our very long discussion about occupational wellness. Nawa ay makatulong ito hindi lang sa mga teachers and sa mga students sa kanilang pag-aral, ngunit makatulong in the future sa mga students lalo na sila itatapak na sa real world. Thank you to the development team of the Lesson Exemplar kung saan binase ang karamihan sa parts ng lesson na ito. Maraming salamat sa inyong panonood. Muli, ang inyong online teacher, Sir Franco. Thank you for watching.